Hi, I'm Victoria Armstrong and I'm a natural psychic medium. I wasn't always aware of the psychic world, the spiritual aspect to life, up until about 15 years ago. If I couldn't see it or touch it, it didn't exist. And then, as life does, it throws you a few interesting curveballs just to just to open your eyes. And it seemed to be, the spiritual aspect of life always seemed to be where the answers lay, and that's what got me through some of the most difficult times in my life. So that's probably why I still do the work today, in terms of mediumship, psychic ability, psychic development, and psychic healing, or spiritual healing, energy healing, that side of things. So what does that mean for you? I use my mediumship in two ways. It was actually a few friends recognised the ability in me and tried to help me, but of course they didn't want to didn't want to know. But thankfully, then I did eventually listen, and it was actually through Reiki, and that really started to open up all the chakras, all the energy inside of me, and I'm so grateful for that. Looking back now, and I did eventually embrace it. So for you, as a caller, as a viewer, what it means is I can use my mediumship ability in two ways. First of all, to connect and communicate with spirit. They put the phone call into me. I have to say, if you set the intention of who you want to hear from, 9 times out of 10, you will get the person you want. The only time it hasn't worked was when another skeptic, he like attracts like, quite early on, he wanted so much to hear from his brother who just passed 3 months prior. But a buddy from he was American, so a buddy from about 30 years ago came through first, and then the brother came through in the last sort of 5 minutes of it. That's the only way I can explain it. There was a reason for that, in the messages that they gave. So it's interesting how they work. But what I've learned over the years, even the skeptic me tried to prove it wrong, the energy's never wrong. It's how we translate it, how we interpret it. So always keep an open mind when you're going for a mediumship reading. The other way I use it is for, it's the psychic seeing aspect. So I can look inside of people and see the energy inside, and that really fascinates me. Especially when I'm giving a Reiki session or teaching Reiki, because you can see the energy inside of people and see where the blocks are. So if somebody's still grieving, their lungs will look very clogged up, but there may be different colours in there, and then we can translate the colours and release the emotional baggage that they're carrying. So it's looking inside of the person with their permission, of course. If it's not something you want, then obviously it doesn't happen. I can't just go around tuning into people willy-nilly. I think it would drive me nuts as well. But let's see what else. And then obviously outside of you, then if you've got spirit guides, with past loved ones, or from any realm, we've got the angelic realm. We've got so many levels of spirit guides that we can work with. So if they're there, then and they're willing to communicate, that's great. It's one of those things. I went for my first one when I was 19, and I came away feeling positive from it. Bewildered a little bit as well as to how to do it, but fascinated. So it can give you a bit of a roller coaster of emotions, but don't let that put you off. It's emotions are important. That's what I've learned from somebody who's so emotionally closed down as well. Emotionally closed, spiritually closed, psychically closed. You name it. You couldn't get much more of a rock than me in that sense. I was just like, probably just existing through life, but still managed to get myself through, university and all that aspect of life. So no, that's just me in a nutshell. If you want to discuss things more, if you want me to either look inside or see who's connected with you, that's fine. I enjoy the work. I always say, if I won the lottery, I'd still do this work because it's just something that brings me most joy. Thinking back to my days working in a 9-to-5 job and then running an IT business, nothing compares to this, the satisfaction and fulfillment of it. I work with a lot of tools as well. I do tarot readings, angel readings, so I love giving soul insights as part of those as well. Not really. I do have a crystal ball here behind me, so I'm still learning to scry as a part of the word with it. But I was given that as a present, so that's something that I'm really excited about delving more into. And who knows, this type of work changes all the time. Everybody's vibrations increasing, our frequencies are increasing all the time. and there's new energies and new healing knowledge and insights coming in. So I don't know, to me I would just say make the most of it while this type of service is available. You know, there's various methods out there, and it's just trying them to see what works for you. You know, I've been through a divorce, and it was the spiritual aspect, the psychic aspect that always seemed to come through me. But that was just me personally. It's up to yourself. But if you've had a reading before and you've had a positive experience, then great. You know, just keep building on that. And it seems to bring out more in you as well, the more readings you get. So hope that gives you some insight. It's nice to connect with you today. Maybe I'll get talking to you soon. Okay then, all the best. Bye.